for it to connect. Orientation is locked. Oh, what a day.
Hey,
How do you feel?
come on guys, let's get a picture. You ready?
Tired.
Oh, yes, let's get a picture. Wait, is there... Your head is not in it. Okay. There you go. Let's try it again. All right, 3 seconds. There we go. Oh, perfect timing, right?
Oh
Ready.
my.
How you feel?
I feel good. My toe did not give me any issues.
Oh, goodness.
But I did order an ankle sleeve because my Achilles starts to give me some issues.
I
Like,
think I got one for
I
you.
gave mine to
That's okay, now I got extra ones in.
Okay.
But everybody was
So-
hot.
All right. But we have to find it though.
okay. We will.
Oh, hungry.
You hungry? You know that goo got me. I was hungry before the goo.
You had a go?
Yeah, did you?
Yeah, you know I did.
Yeah.
You usually don't like the goose.
Yeah, I felt like when I got done, I could have kept going. Just as long as I get my little rest breaks.
Okay.
So we will get back if you want to, unless it takes too long for us to get back. But I wouldn't mind doing another 4 miles, 5 miles on the treadmill.
Okay.
Watch a movie or something.
I'll do it.
Just to get the body used to doing that many miles.
Because technically, we needed to make 20. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, we did.
Is there any place to eat breakfast down here? It's gotta be.
Oh
Still
yeah.
in the mood for breakfast food.
Hey, what's up, Anthony?
You passed me
Hey,
up.
Jake Fleming,
Right
thank you.
past me.
I did a PR today.
The army. Wasn't that cool to go to the army base?
Good day, dude. Yeah, I was very
Okay, so I like it.
I was running. I was really running. Alicia was doing surgery on that toe the other day. Yes, she was. God bless the women that love us, right?
I like leg 3. It's better than 4.
Look, it's military base.
Yeah, wasn't that military base pretty cool?
Are we still on the base?
I don't know. I was like, wow, they gave us special permission to go through the base.
I know.
Because you know regular civilians cannot go through the
Yeah,
base.
they didn't check anybody. I was like, damn.
Did you see the security at the gate though?
Yeah,
They
yeah,
were
but
there cheering us on.
that is true. What city you guys coming from? Tell me what city you're in. Yeah, I think I'm gonna be hungry soon, and I think
Yeah, me
when that
too.
happens, I wanna. I'm gonna have to start going to the movies by myself because there's too many guy movies that I want to see that you don't want to see.
What do you want to see?
I want to see the Rambo movie.
No.
I want to see the one with probably like the Rock and the other dude and Idris Elba. I mean, for anything,
All
I'm sure
right, I'll watch that one.
she'll torture herself by
You know what
staring
I
at
would
Idris
like for
Elba
you to
for
see
2
with
hours.
me?
What?
I want you to see Downton Abbey with me.
Oh God. What's the storyline of Downtown Abbey?
It's not Downton. It's Downton.
I thought it was downtown.
No, Downton Abbey.
What is Downton Abbey?
Oh, it is the best drama.
What is it?
It's about this wealthy family, and this man, he has all these daughters, and it's really, you would relate to it because he has he's running a business, you know, and so his daughter marries someone, and he's got to bring the new husband into the business and hook him up. And you could relate. You know what would be a good one for you to watch on WTTW?
What?
Would be the Selfridge.
Suffrage?
Selfridge.
What is
It's a real famous store in London, and the guy, he worked for Macy's in Chicago, and he married this lady. He came from nothing. He married a lady who was, you know, pretty well-to-do, and he moved to London, and he opened up the biggest department store in London, and it was like how he got that started, how he was able to get money and funding and stuff. It's really good. You would like that one.
It's called the Selfridge?
Selfridge.
How do you spell it?
Selfridge.
Oh,
And Jeremy Piven. Jeremy Piven plays the Selfish guy.
Really?
Yeah, watch the first episode.
He plays a British man?
No, he's an American, but he goes to Britain. Actually, watch the first episode.
Okay.
And if you're not hooked in,
just remind me. And Jeremy Piven is a good actor. He was on Entourage.
Well, I never saw Entourage.
Samuel says This Is Us is good. Jay Fleming says Dr. Boyce gonna be working on his laptop through the half of that TV show.
Oh, somebody knows you well.
He does. Oh, I got dumped for that once.
Who dumped you? Someone dumped you?
Yeah, that girl in Chicago. She's pretty, but she was a bitch. Yeah, she didn't like the fact I had my laptop out when we were watching her dumbass TV shows. She wanted to watch like Basketball Wives and all that shit. I was like, I don't watch this dumb shit. Reality TV makes me want to vomit. It's like the worst depiction of black people ever. I was like, how did I end up dating a woman who loves reality TV? Not that it's always bad. Not that you can't enjoy it every now and then. But she would watch it for 3-4 hours a night. I'd be like, why don't we set a goal? Like, why don't we do something with our lives? I don't want to sit around and do this shit. Thank you, Reggie. I appreciate it. If she goes to see Rambo, you know you have to see him. You are so right. I like Downton Abbey. I would want to see Boyce do a reaction to it. So Sam, you think I like it? Okay. Toronto. Look at that. Island guys from Toronto. Queen T from New Orleans. Vernon from Aliso Vega, California. Jake Fleming, Chicago Southside.
That's right.
Southside.
I'm second generation Southside.
Yes, you are. Yeah, our property is in Southside.
Our property is in Hyde Park. Yes.
Yeah, we got to do the closing. I'm looking forward to that. Much love from Ethiopia. Sam is from Ethiopia.
Oh yeah, Haile Selassie.
Yes.
That's what I always think about.
Some of the greatest human beings in the history of the world from Ethiopia.
Yeah.
Laguna Beach from Vernon. Cali Love from Buffalo Soldiers. Ishman, thank you for the congratulations. Merle says congratulations, thank you. Dwayne, congratulations. Yeah, I did a PR today. And I actually outran you for the 5K.
You don't warn me before you take off.
But I was
and then you just took off.
I kept having to slow down so you could catch up. Ain't that crazy?
Oh, really?
Yeah. But you blew me away in the 10K. I spent everything I had in that 5K. I was like, my body was like, I'm going to bed. So I just trotted that shit. But I did better though. I can run longer intervals without resting. And and then talking to Bob helped me get through the last. I probably talked to Bob for a good 1.5 miles, 2 miles.
Were you slowing him down?
You know what? I was checking, and no.
No? So he's running at a good pace.
Oh yeah, he was doing a whole marathon. And it's like talking to Bob kind of made me forget about stopping. So I was like, oh, I can keep running. You know, it is mind over matter.
It is.
You guys finished run. Congrats. I'm eating bad this afternoon. Well, don't worry. I eat bad sometimes too. This is a baby step process. I am not putting pressure on myself. It's funny how you work through like I was getting fat. I didn't like running at all. To me, walking or riding a bike was like the most I thought I could do. I did not think I could run. But I'm gonna tell you, since I started putting the sleeve on my lower legs, that made the difference. Yeah, and I'm starting to enjoy it. At first, I didn't enjoy it. Let me see, Vernon says, I missed the beginning. Wow, people congratulating you. First of all, thank you for your donation. And so for $5, I would definitely answer your question. He made a donation to the channel. I appreciate that. It helps, shoot. You know, but anyway, I ran a PR today. I ran my fastest 5K ever. And today we did almost 10 miles. And and we did it in the pouring rain. I mean, it was thunderstorm. It was like raining everywhere. And you know what? It is funny because when I first started doing all this, like I would not have enjoyed that at all. I mean, it was pouring, drenching rain. Really... It was like, what the fuck, you know? And
I'm soaked.
But it's funny, like I really like runners. I like watching them. It's inspiring because they just do it. You don't really. You might hear people say, "Ooh, look at this rain," but they're not complaining. They're not like, "I can't do it because it's raining." You know, and that's like different because there's so much defeatism
How we are.
like in our community. Like I hear people like, oh, I would have done this, but this happened, or you know, white supremacy happened, and that's why I didn't start my business, or it was hard. That's
People
why.
ain't even paying attention to you.
Like people
Right.
make a lot of excuses,
Right.
and what I like about the run culture is I just like the fact that people don't make excuses. And the thing is, they don't even brag about the fact that they don't make excuses. They just do it.
It's
you
just
know,
their everyday thing.
yeah, like that lady who ran the marathon. I mean, fucking a marathon, 26 miles, and her hip was hurt. You know,
And she fell. Remember?
yeah, she fell down twice. And I was like, you fell twice, and her hands were all scraped up, like cut open.
Yeah.
And she's just like, yeah, I didn't do so good today. And I'm like, but you finished a marathon with a bad hip and you fell down 2 times. And she's like, yeah, it wasn't so good. Like, I mean, it's just crazy, that mindset. And it's like, she didn't even realize that she was at that moment like a hero to me. Like somebody who just ran 26 miles on a bad hip and fell twice and doesn't even know how amazing that is. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. So that's what I kind of think I've learned most from like the running stuff is, you know, like forget excuses, man. Like we get trained to make excuses. I'm tired of making excuses. I just want to be one of those people that's like, yeah, we went through this and went through this and went through this and we had to fix that, had to change that, but we got it. You know, that's it. You know?
It's a regular Sunday evening.
Yeah.
Regular Sunday afternoon.
Yeah. In most situations where we make an excuse, there's usually a solution. We just decide we don't want to look for it. You know, and it's a lot of times like if you really want to do something, like you'll solve all the excuses. But if you don't want to do it, the littlest thing will keep you from doing it.
So it's just an excuse. That's why it's called an excuse.
Yeah, like I was gonna run, but it rained that day, so I couldn't run. Well, how am I supposed to run? It was raining, and my hair was gonna get wet. It was, you know what I mean? And just to see like all the runners that would just stand in the pouring rain and shivering a little bit, and they just went out and ran. And nobody even talked about it.
Yeah, but once you start running, you're not cold anymore.
Oh yeah, I was out there, and I felt good. I felt really good and really free, and I don't think I would have expected to have felt that way when I first started doing it. Like when I first started doing this, the low point, the absolute low point. Here we go. The high point of my running is going to be when I cross the line at that marathon, because I never thought I could do it. That'll be the high point, and I'm gonna compare the high point to the low point. The lowest point was when we were running the Frosty 5. It was 7 degrees, and I was in last place, and I got passed up by that old lady who was running sideways because it looked like she got a stroke or something. The poor thing. And you were like, come on, boys. And I felt terrible. I felt embarrassed. And then that day, when I got home, I sat down in the chair and my whole right side of my body went numb. And I had to go to the doctor because I really thought something had happened. So it's like that to me is like literally the lowest point. So like when I run the marathon and I finish doing something I never thought I would ever be able to do, like I'm gonna literally at that moment, I'm gonna compare the highest point to the lowest point. You know,
How about yours? It says 21.2.
stay inside and cuddle, says Stacy. No, we would do a lot of that. Thank you, Dwayne. Thank you for your donation, and thank you, Vernon, for your donation as well. Yo Doc, what's up? One light. Wow, that's inspiring. Says Jay Fleming. Cool. Will you be doing more marathons? I don't know. You know what? I used to say I'm gonna do one, and I'm never gonna do it again.
No.
But you know what? After I do the first one, I was sitting there thinking,
Who else was
I
left
could
on
really
the
actually do this for a long time. Like when I was running my 3-4 minutes, and then I'd walk and rest, and then I'd run 3-4 minutes, walk and rest. I was like, I could do this for a while. Like as long as I can keep recovering. What I don't like is I don't like the oxygen deprivation. Like I don't like feeling out of breath. That's not fun.
Colin
You
Vera
know,
was right
but
behind
if I can
you, so
recover,
she'll be leaving too.
it's like.
Oh yeah.
I was like, first I'm gonna do a marathon,
But that
and then if
will
I like how I
also be- there has to be
feel,
somebody
I'm gonna
else
try like
still there.
like an ultra.
Okay, slow down.
But you know, because here's the
Slow down,
thing.
boys.
You know the best part about it? Is you lose so much weight training for a marathon. Because you can't help but lose weight because you're just constantly running.
And you're hungry.
Yes.
So you have to eat.
You're constantly moving, you can eat like a pig, and you're gonna burn off everything and keep losing weight. I like that. Like I like that feeling. Like I like feeling lighter, and I like getting out of bed, and you know, and like
This morning, did you like getting out of bed? Because we were
no.
both like,
This morning I did
we
not
were
enjoy
both
it.
like,
This morning I did not.
I fell asleep
We went to
on
the
you.
movies last night. You did? Oh,
I
you-
fell asleep on you. I was knocked out.
oh well, I had some stuff I
We
had
started
to do.
doing a live, and I was like, put the covers over my head and went to bed.
We went to see the new Brad Pitt movie, Boyce is Wasting Precious Time. I am thinking about unsubscribing. You probably should. This is not. This might not be the channel
If
for
it
you.
doesn't resonate with you, I guess it doesn't. It's not something
We don't
supposed
allow
to share.
niggatry on this channel. So you better unsubscribe before I unsubscribe you. Oh. Hey, good to see you again. Oh, okay. I'm sore now. I'm feeling it now. Yep.
Yeah, we stayed too long.
Yep.
Oh,
Brother Boyce checking in from Jackson, Michigan. Good to see you, man. Everlasting peace that isn't everlasting peace. Exactly. You know, I was talking to Jay Morrison today.
oh, were you?
Yeah, on text. He texted me while we were running, and he made a really good point. He put some interesting statements on Instagram. I've concluded, and I agree with Jay on this, that I believe we have a COINTELPRO issue
Yes.
in the community. I really do. I think that you have, because when you have people out there that are like disrupting things, that are just complaining and attacking and discrediting, and not creating or building or developing and not cooperating with anybody, don't want to collaborate, they just want to compete and be jealous and attack. That to me is COINTELPRO type energy. Either you're an agent or you're just fucking acting like one, or you're mentally ill. One or the other, right? And the
the
reason
same
I say
thing.
that is because I separate people into two categories. When I deal with people that are public figures, there's two categories. There are people who will talk it out with you and work it out with you in person behind the scenes, and people who won't return your call, but will go and blast you on the internet, or will go out and just say some horrible shit and won't verify anything. Like, and so it was interesting because, you know, when Jay created the Tulsa Fund, so many people like Antonio Moray and Yvette were discrediting the fund and had done no research on the fund, on the details of the fund. Like, they didn't know anything. Like, because the thing is, when I met with Jay, like, he broke it down. Like, he showed me analytics and he explained the process and what he had in place. And I had to be convinced, because at first I was like, okay, what is this, right? And I was convinced. I was like, okay, I don't know. It may
You
not.
want to get a cookie? And
Yeah, let's get a
stuff?
cookie.
Come on.
You know, and so basically, you know, one of the things that we concluded is that there's just two categories of people. Either, you know, if somebody hates you, or somebody has an issue with you, or somebody discredits and attacks you, if that person calls and says, hey, why don't we work it out? And you won't pick up the phone, but you'll go blast them online. Or that person says, hey, how can I help you? How can we work together? And you say, I refuse to work together with you. Or the person says, hey, can I, you know, what can I do better? And you're not providing constructive support. Then that pretty much makes you a destructive element in the community.
You can have the whole thing. Go ahead.
Oh, I can have the whole thing? Thank you. You want some grapes?
Yes.
Can we get those? Are we able to get these cookies? Oh, they got some open over
Okay,
there.
I'm like, if we just like open and grab the back.
Like, shit, give me a cookie. So, I want to make it known right now that I do truly believe that there are people, because you guys don't deal with these people. You know, it's very weird to me.
Oh, there's a line, boy.
Oh, okay. It's very weird to me when somebody's like, fuck you, you're not shit, you're terrible, you're worthless. And then you call the person and you connect with somebody and you say, get me on the phone with the person so I can explain things further, or we can talk about it. And the person won't talk to you, but they'll talk to you through the internet. Like that, like we can't have that. Like, I think as a community, our standard has to be one that says, when black public figures disagree, you get on the phone and you work it out behind closed doors. Like, you don't go, you know, where you're like, oh, well, let me tell you about that motherfucker and blah, 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 blah.
I bet you that's what happened with Sean King, too.
What?
Just people just making accusations.
No.
And what happened, he's, you know, using his time when he could be building, he's defending.
Right. In fact, I would argue
And it's
that,
a waste.
I would argue that before you accuse somebody of being a fraud,
You need to
might,
establish yourself.
well, right, and you got to open your mind to the possibility they may not be a fraud, and do the proper investigation and speak to, and ask that person. Like, it's like if you accuse somebody of a crime, you should, if you accuse somebody of a crime, you're supposed to ask the accused, did you do it? Right? And explain why, give me your alibi, explain that. Right? So we convict people, on YouTube without any sort of due process. Like, there's no sort of like fact checking, there's no sort of like, clearinghouse, there's no conversations where maybe you bring elders together, a council, right? If you had a council of people, 10, 12 people who got together and said, okay, let's verify this information, then that will be better than just somebody who has a big YouTube channel deciding like, I want to go and discredit this person and destroy everything they're trying to do. So I agree with Jay on this.
This is Panera bread.
Yeah, I'm sorry I look distracted, guys. We are standing in the rain at a race. Let's stand over here. Oh, you want to stand underneath the thing? Over there? You want to stand over there? Where you want to stand? Well, let's go inside somewhere. There's a Subway down there. You want to go to Subway? Come on. Hey, Vicky. Vicky, I don't know if you heard what we were talking about, but I think Vicky totally gets this. I think that we have to have a structured response to all the COINTELPRO kinds of activity that's kind of happening in the community, where you have people that are seeking to discredit and destroy without actually creating or developing or building anything, or they don't want to work with anybody, or these people, will attack, and then when somebody says, hey, why don't you get on the phone? Why don't you work it out? Why don't you at least get with this person and have a public debate on the issue so you can figure out your differences and resolve some of the differences and also find your common ground. You have people who will attack, but when you ask them to build a bridge as opposed to burn a bridge, they don't want to build a bridge. And I will say that nobody. I don't think anybody in this game or in this world is perfect, right? You can probably scrutinize almost any institution, any project, any organization, and find its weak spots. But one of the things I think we probably should work on doing is, instead of saying, you're garbage, you're worthless, you should be canceled, instead go in a direction that says, look, I don't align with this particular point of view, but here's another thing you may want to think about, right? So, for example, if you have somebody that says, capitalism is bad and we don't need our black capitalists because they're hurting the community and we need to have more activism and, initiatives for the poor, well, then I think somebody who runs a business can come along and say, how can I work with you to provide a financial backbone to help you get things done in a more effective way? Like, how can we collaborate as opposed to constantly deteriorate and destroy? And I think that's really important, because I really think that there are, the same way that you had the Russians coming in and disrupting and causing, what they do is their goal is not to push an agenda. Their goal is to just create confusion. Their goal is just to make you doubt whatever it was you believed in just enough that you don't get anything done.
Make you defensive.
Yeah.
And then you get distracted and you get pulled away from the original purpose.
Right. And so I think that these smear campaigns that some people out here doing, like, my thought is, like, if you're smearing somebody, that should be a smear to you. Like, I think the public, and I'm sharing this because I'm hoping that people, they understand where we're coming from, will help us in this. To me, if you're spending most of your time trying to smear somebody, that means either A, your ego is out of control and you think that this is all about you and settling some sort of personal vendetta, or you have some sort of destructive agenda. Water? I'm good. Where are you gonna go?
I'm trying to get something to drink.
Okay,
I'll be back.
I'll stand right over here. All right. Yeah. So to me, it's like, I think that the decision to smear other people should be considered to be a smear on you. Like, I would look at it like, why are you sitting there working so hard to smear another person? Like, I think you can critique and you can say, hey, if They call me, here's something I can add that might make what they're doing more effective, or here's something that they may want to think about, here's something they may want to throw in there. But I think that when it's like, this person's garbage, let me tell you how stupid they are, let me tell you how bad they are, and they've done something good. Let's say that they, have inspired some people and whatever. I mean, what is your goal? What is your goal? If all you're doing is smearing and attacking, then you haven't built anything. The world is not better because you were here, right? All you did was you took something that people believed in and you destroyed it. And I think there should be some sort of council. I think there should be some sort of clearinghouse, process that allows us to at least fact check, provide proof, or require proof. It's almost like with the mafia, how they basically, if you want to go whack somebody, you can't go around just killing people. You actually had to get permission to go whack somebody, right? You had to get permission from a council to make sure that this was justified, right? And I think that that we're missing that right now. I think that you have people that are out here that are COINTELPRO agents. One of my measuring sticks is this. If you disagree with somebody and that person reaches out to you and says, hey, let's talk it out, let's talk on the phone, and the person refuses to talk to you on the phone, but they'll talk all kinds of crazy shit about you on the internet, that to me says you're childish, you're not equipped for leadership, and you're definitely off code, right? And I'm not going to say names because I don't want to even contradict myself by getting into attacking or smearing anybody, but I can think of times where somebody was blasting at me, and I was like, you know what, I don't even want to talk about this in public because it's a waste of everybody's time. So you call the person, you're like, hey, let's talk on the phone. They don't want to answer the call. You text them, hey, why don't we talk? They don't want to respond. Somebody else calls them, says, hey, Boyce is trying to talk to you. He wants to explain X, Y, Z because he doesn't think he thinks you may not know all the facts. They don't want to talk. But next thing you know, they're settling scores on YouTube. They're writing stupid things, crazy things on Facebook or on Twitter. And I think that's.
Did any of it surprise you, Boyce? Like, were there red flags?
What part surprised me?
Like, when you're just like, what happened to you? How come you all of a sudden doing this? Was there red flags leading up to it? That
What?
Internally you were like, I knew something.
Red flags about people that tried to come back and attack?
Yes.
Yeah.
Were there signs
Yes.
that you should have paid attention to?
Yes, and I pay attention to those signs. Some of the signs I've seen of people that will get out of pocket are like little things like, for example, it used to be really cool with somebody, and then suddenly you're trying to kill them, but yet you were telling me 6 months ago that person was the greatest person in the world. That tells me you're volatile, right? That tells me you're not consistent in terms of who you are, and you contradict yourself every 6 months. Also, ego's big. What happens on the internet is that you see a lot of people that become YouTube stars in like a month or two, and suddenly they're all excited because they're like, oh my God, I have all this influence, all this power, all these people are listening to me, and nobody's ever listened to you. Or maybe it's like a man who suddenly has all this power where suddenly all these girls that used to ignore him are suddenly like chasing him down because he's famous on YouTube. Like that really happens. Like you really do get groupies when people think you're powerful and famous and all this other stuff. And so you start seeing people embrace like a mindset that is very narcissistic. It breeds narcissism. Like the narcissism is like it's all about me and my fans and my this and my that and my people. What?
You may have had it before then. Because narcissism is something you just don't get all of a sudden.
I imagine it makes you more of what you already were.
Well, underlying narcissism is a lot of insecurity. Narcissistic people are extremely insecure underneath. And what happens is that their ego is so fragile that one little thing will set them off, and they go through what's called a narcissistic rage. And so without checking themselves, they'll turn on, go live, and just get into this rage and rant. People who rant online over and over again, those aren't healthy people.
Oh, really?
Yeah. It's classic, classic stuff. The textbook mentally ill individuals do that.
Wow. Nikki says you're 100% right.
Yeah.
What's up, Dope Slam Records? Ramona says Dr. Alicia is on point. Yes, because it's impossible. You know what? I'm chewing, and I know people hate it when I smack. I gotta give props to my man Willie D. Willie D said, He said, man, you gotta stop smacking. I said,
Well, the kids told you to stop smacking. The kids were like, why is he smacking?
I said, bro, I love you, but I don't know how to stop. I gotta be me. I can't. I'm totally fucked up, but I'm the best version of Boyce that you're gonna get. But Will is coming to the convention. I hope you guys will come out to the All Black Dancing Convention. Vicky will be there too. A lot of great people will be there. Yep, if they lose their artificial reason for their overconfidence or somebody challenges their ego, they lash out irrationally.
Yes, that's it.
Yes.
Exactly.
P. Did says that cookie looks good. You earned it, Doc. I didn't earn this much. You want some of this?
I don't want to. I had a cookie.
Can you hold the cookie for me?
I'm going to dump it somewhere.
Yeah, dump it. I don't need all the cookies. Yeah, Vicky's great. Her show's on every single night on FlyNubianQueenTV.com. She covers a lot of stuff that you don't see or hear about in the media. I encourage you to check it out. I wonder if you allowed a particular woman on your platform who shall remain nameless. I thought she was very angry. Wonder why. I have no comment. Because I ain't trying to start no shit. I ain't trying to trigger nobody. I'll let y'all have that conversation in the chat. Dope Slam says smacking makes it taste better. See, finally somebody who understands me. I appreciate it. Merle says, I love you guys. Thank you for sharing knowledge. I'm new to the channel. Well, thank you for hanging out with us. I got grapes now.
That's better. The grapes are better.
Yeah. Do you know where your team is when they're gonna cross?
They probably won't be done until around noon, right? I can flag it on my phone.
Keep looking, because you don't want them to come across and you not see them. Vicky is beautiful and she has a humble spirit. Yes, she does. Lori Pepper said, I smack when I'm not eating.
Yeah, you do.
Y'all gonna help me with y'all gonna have to
You
help me.
clear your throat a lot.
Yeah, well, you know, Willie mentioned that too. I can't help it. I think I have sinus issues.
Oh, they're at the mile 20.
Are they? 6 miles should be a little over an hour, I guess. If they do 12-minute miles,
Yeah, so like 12,
that's
30.
an hour and 12 minutes.
We have a whole hour, of course.
Let's go down the subway or something.
I would like to. You have clothes in the car?
Yes. Love you too. Thanks for being an inspiration. Well, thank you, all me. I appreciate that. Merle says she loves us.
Oh, we love her.
Yes, we do.
I appreciate that.
It's nice to get some love.
Nice to get some love.
That's what we got to do. We got to love each other ferociously. I love you ferociously.
I love you ferociously. Yes.
Come here, give me a kiss. Oh, sorry. Hey, Callie Hustle, what's going on? Kanye is the highest paid right now. Yes, he is. Kanye is the highest paid artist in the world because he doesn't, excuse my profanity, but he doesn't shit where he eats. And what do I mean by that? Well, Kanye pissed off like a lot of people when he put on the MAGA hat, but he's not making his money from the people who were pissed off. Kanye made most of his money not from record sales, but from his Air Yeezy sneakers. He sold $1.5 billion worth of shoes, and he gets 10% of the revenue, which is actually an excellent deal. 10% may not seem like a lot, but that's pretty cool to get 10% free and clear when you don't have to do any of the work, you don't have to do any of the marketing, you don't have to put up any of the capital. Like it costs, I bet to sell that $1.5 billion worth of shoes, they probably spent, at least $500 million to do it. Right? So if you don't have $500 million that you can just throw into a risky investment, then it's great. I mean, to be able to just get like 10% and have nothing attached to that. So I think Kanye has a great deal.
Okay.
What did you two do? I ran a PR today in 5K, and I beat her today. I can't believe it.
You didn't beat me now. That's not.
I was out running
That's
you.
not go to.
I had to keep slowing down.
Yeah, but you just kept taking off and you weren't telling me.
But you were getting tired, remember?
Oh, I was. I was getting tired.
She's so much faster than me. Passive income, that's right. So Kanye, he has the right setup. Like Kanye could wear that MAGA hat forever and he's still gonna make money. And that's really what you want to think about. A lot of the reason you can't stand up, to white supremacy is because you make your money from white supremacists. So in order to be able to stand up to them and to get on their nerves or have them pissed off at you, you got to find different ways to make your money so they can't cut your money off. Because that's what people do when they want to punish you. They try to hit your sources of income. So like and also another conservative group, actually, the Koch brothers, they were another good example in the sense that people hated the Koch brothers because they would fund all this conservative stuff. But the thing was, they had so many different streams of revenue. They had so many different products. Like they were making everything from paper towels to, like Kleenex and Vaseline. Like they were selling everything. So people.
Coffee would be nice.
You want to get a cup of coffee?
Yeah, let's go.
I don't think I want a cup of coffee.
I do.
I'll go with you though.
I'll still be able to go.
I don't like to drink coffee unless I need it. I think some cocoa though would be good. Protect your resources. I'm dealing with the union right now in white. Yeah, it's tough. I'm sorry to hear that. Hello.
You have money? Do they take Apple Pay?
I might have some money. I don't know.
They do.
What?
Okay. You want something, Boyce? Hot chocolate?
Yeah. You need some money?
I'm gonna use my Apple Pay.
Okay, I got a $5.
A $5 is not enough.
That's enough for you, and that's enough for me. Dr. Alicia,
Yeah.
Lori Pepper wants to know what is the difference between depression and bipolar depression?
Episode. So for bipolar, I can't get my Apple Pay. Bipolar is you have a manic episode.
Oh, did you catch that?
A manic episode pushes you into the bipolar.
Okay, so I guess it's the manic episode.
And, depression is just
Or you-
depression.
you're
There's
just
no
down.
manic episode.
Okay. Lori said thank you.
A manic episode.
How do you stand up for yourself getting promoted amongst white privilege? How do you stand up for yourself getting promoted amongst white privilege? Oh, I don't know.
How do you what?
How do you stand up for yourself getting promoted against white privilege?
Oh, okay.
You need help?
It took me a long time because my fingers are... Oh, there it is. Okay.
I'll say if you need my Apple Pay, I can give it to you.
I got my own Apple Pay. Thank you very much.
Vera says better to be your own boss. I agree. That's what I did. I felt like being in certain environments was like just not good for your mental health. It's like you just get so sick and mad. Now they're finishing.
Oh, you think that's not my group, is it?
No, but I'm saying how do we know which group is yours?
We're gonna have to walk down there and figure it out.
We should go sit in Subway so we can look out the window. And then when they come up
my other team members are there.
in Subway?
So over there, they would be, right?
Okay. Let's go find them.
Have a wonderful day. Thank you.
Thank you.
Which one's mine? Is this mine?
They're the same.
Oh,
Hot
okay.
chocolate.
Thank you.
Oh no.
I know. I just went through mine.
Not good for mental or physical health. I agree. Oof. Oh shit, it's really raining out here. Look at this. Hello.
This is.
Can you stand next to me?
I didn't even make it to the car. I was trying to make it to the car to the downforce. Oh! Hi, Betty! I was trying to make it to the car between downforce. I thought you were going to be here. I was We didn't go to the.
Thank you, Bree Pipe. Good work, doctors. We need more examples of black love. Cheryl says we need more examples of black love.
Yeah, we do.
I totally missed you.
You know, every time you see a black couple on TV, it's always like it's something dysfunctional attached to that. If you see them together, it's something stereotypical.
Well, first of all, you don't see that many black couples. You'll see a black person in an interracial relationship.
Right. But if you see them together, it's never a good story.
Right.
And there's thousands of people, tens of thousands of people, black couples that are just doing it, you know?
Well, they like making us look crazy. And I think they want the black man to look like he's not a man, and for the black woman to look like she's unlovable.
At least soda and water.
Like who would want to love a black woman?
Mentally ill and all of that, yeah.
And then you get and in LA, like in LA, none of the black men, a lot of the black men won't date black women. Here, let's walk. You want to walk? Come on.
I feel like
Yeah, let's get out of the way. Let's get out of the way. We're blocking we're blocking commerce. Ooh, it is
being
raining.
nice to us too, because she was kind of like quietly telling us to go.
She's like, how do I tell these two black to get off my? Here, come on, let's get out from under the tree. Let's.
Cindy, you want to sit under there?
Well, okay, yeah, that's fine. Let's go inside. Come on.
Boys, I want to go.
You want to go home?
I don't want to be here.
Let's get in the fucking car and go.
I want to go. I'm
Let's
sorry.
go.
I'm going to
Shit.
have to just text everybody and say I was cold and
I say,
wet
you ain't got to ask
and
me.
bothered.
I hope you didn't make that statement as a question, like as if I'm going to say no. Like I don't.
I think I've had enough.
Like
I've
I'm
had
dying
enough today.
Yeah, I had enough about 2 hours ago. I had enough before the day started.
Why are we suffering like this?
Because you've been hanging out with these white folks too long.
I can't.
Black love is real. Yes, it is. Rest well, Elijah Bryant. Ramona's asking, can Dr. Alicia do a podcast on mental illness signs and symptoms in the black community? That seems kind of broad, like a pretty broad.
Yeah.
I met Ramona in person. I remember her. She came to our investment seminar in Chicago. She has a daughter, and she's teaching her daughter all these financial concepts.
Did I meet her there?
You did, yeah. Yeah, Ramona's daughter is going to be like a trillionaire, and we get to say that we helped along the way. I'm telling you, we breeding some little super babies up in our community, man. Give it about 20, 30 years. They're going to be doing big things. What about reparations? Yes. There you go. That's my answer. We will be in New York. She wants to meet you. Oh, well, I cannot wait to meet her. And email support@theblackbusinessschool.com, and we can offer a discount, like if you bring your child. In fact, I should probably send out a message on this, but yeah, if you bring your child, like we'll cut the price in half. So feel free to bring as many relatives and stuff as you want. In fact, maybe I should do that just for any loved ones, like family and friends.
Half off family and friends price.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna do that because I want people to bring their relatives. I like it when people bring their whole family, because wealth is supposed to be a family thing. You know, and black people, we lost that because our families were so torn apart, I think. But, you know, I really think if we see it as a family thing, you know, then you find that, like, success is contagious. And you can spread that success onto people that you love, or you can spread trauma, right? We're good at spreading the trauma, right? So let's spread the success and spread the love.
You know what? I really want to do, I wonder if my
All
brother
black
would
people should
ask
be your brother.
to
It
do
should what?
something with me.
With what?
Anything.
Oh, yeah, your brother's brilliant.
He has a photographic memory.
Yes, he
He's
does.
got really good people skills.
Mm-hmm.
He's a very hard worker. He's got everything it takes to do way better than what he's doing. He's an underachiever.
Well, you know,
And I'll say it to him to his face.
but your brother, he's a good man, and he's very smart. He's smarter than me, because I don't have a photographic memory.
Yeah.
You could take a picture and give me the picture, and I still won't be able to tell you what's on it. Are you gonna wait around? Or are you?
I don't know if I got the staying power.
I don't know if I have the staying power.
Staying power.
The staying power.
April is right here. She's the artist. So she's in the turnaround point right now, and I think we are at 23 miles. So she's got 3 more miles.
3 more miles.
Yeah.
say, what?
How you do, Royce?
How do I feel?
Well, we should have.
I feel good.
You only did the 5K, right? You only did the 5K.
Oh no, I did 15K total. I did the 10K. I did 6.2 miles with her and 3.1 with earlier. So it was 9.3, and my toe feels great. Both of them. Yeah, better shoes, better wrap. Yeah, so I'm really happy. It's really helping as far as getting the mental confidence for the marathon. Because I'm still trying to figure out how I'm gonna do 26 miles. It's a scary thought. Yeah, I know, right?
I'm gonna be praying for y'all.
I'm gonna need all of that.
At least she got one on you, because she already did one.
Yeah.
So she knows how to do it.
Oh yeah, she's got it. She's a great
But she
cheerleader.
wrong. She shouldn't even push you to do that.
I know. She's like, Boyce, let's do the marathon. I'm like, okay. She talks me into all kinds of shit.
I know she does.
You have not been talking to it yet.
No.
You're good.
Lori says, have some more cookies on me. Oh, thank you, Lori. Thank you for the donation. I will. Lori said Lori just bought us some cookies. So you should thank her. She donated to the channel. I appreciate that. Believe me, with this convention, the All Black National Convention is so freaking expensive. It's so expensive. And we don't have any corporate sponsors, no government money, none of that. So I'm proud of that, but it's hard. It's really hard to do. You wanna go? Let's go to the car. Where's the car at?
The car's down there.
Okay, let's go.
The 5K.
What?
She just said the only difference is that you won't get your medal. But I got one already.
Yeah, I know.
I don't know.
Are they trying to bully you into this?
No, she was like, I wouldn't be here. I had to give Laura back her poncho. If it wasn't for that, I'd be gone.
Well, let's go. Come on.
Okay, let's go.
See you later. Oh, I don't know you, but I'm gonna hug you anyway.
Okay,
This is Julie. This is my friend since kindergarten.
Oh, well, that's Oh, and we're leaving. Take care.
Are you guys leaving?
Yeah.
I can't.
Yeah, it's too wet out here. Hold on for a second, guys.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Did you do the half?
I did the 5 and then a 10. So I got the 9.3 in. But we're really supposed to do another 3 or 4 miles for the marathon run. So we have to do 20 miles for the weekend.
Are you both in Chicago or what are you doing?
Yeah, we're both in Chicago. So I don't know how I'm gonna make it through.
You will. You
Thank
will.
you. Thank you.
You will.
Oh. I just want to say goodbye.
Oh, bye. You guys are put on.
Yes, oh no, we're gonna get out of those brands. I don't know you, but I'm gonna help you.
Okay, I'm back here.
Nice to meet you. All
You
right.
guys let us know when there's a date, okay? Let us know when there's a date.
Yes, we will. It'll probably be in June.
All right.
Yes, ma'am. Take care.
I
All right. Let me see. Oh, bye-bye. Oh, we didn't complete the marathon yet. I can't take credit for a marathon. Someone said congratulations on completing the marathon. Oh, great job. That's what Evolve nowadays says. Congratulations on completing the marathon. I wish I
That'll
could
be
say.
us in a couple of weeks.
Yeah, I'm excited. I'm sorry, every day I'm feeling more and more like I can do it. At first I was like, I don't know how I'm gonna do it. Now I'm just kind of like, I know how I'm gonna do it. I just haven't done it. I'm not there yet, right? But I can see it now. Before I couldn't see it. Because, when you run and it's been like 5-6 miles and you're like, okay, I'm done now. My legs are fucking hurting and shit. Like, you don't know how you're gonna do 26 miles. Like, how do you add 20 miles on top of pain?
So how many did we do today?
We did 9.3. And I feel good. I'm gonna do some treadmill miles in the hotel.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna say. I mean, so 9. That's not even halfway through, boys.
Yeah, but that's okay. But I feel good. You know what I mean? So
Okay.
I think that says a lot. Like, so I could probably go to 17 or 18 and be okay. I think that getting that over that last hump is what's really a challenge. And I think that just like I want to do 21 or 22 miles just to know what that feels like. So I'm going to probably just do like an extra run, maybe get on the treadmill, watch some movies or something, and see if I can knock it out. Let me see. I'm gonna read some of the questions here. When is the actual marathon? It will be the Chicago Marathon, October what?
13th.
October 13th. Once you do 1820, you'll be fine, says Davis. Okay, Davis knows what he's talking about. Ramona Blake says, what a black goddess does. She inspires you to do better and want better and be your best self. Yeah, I got to give her credit for this because you taught me into this shit. Because I didn't, I mean, I would ride my bike and I thought that was the most I could do. I was like, I can't run. Like yeah, I was like, running, it hurts. And I'm not, that's like what you do when you're like 20, you know? And then I get out here and you see all these people that are 70, 80, 90 years old. You know, so it's just kind of, and what it is like limitations that get set on you. Because I grew up where old people did not run. You know, like I don't know any old people in my family who are like, oh yeah, I'm out. I ran 10 miles a day. You know, like they just trying to get up the steps.
See, my dad ran a lot. He was a runner.
Oh, so you got a lot of it from your father.
Yeah, he would go for a run, and I would ride my bike.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Well, to tell you guys how your parents play a part in your relationships, her dad was a college professor like me. My mother is a social worker like her. And she looked so much like my mother that when they took the picture together, her own mother looked at the picture and said, she looks more like your mother than I do.
She did
Isn't
say
that
that.
funny? Do we know where we gotta go? Where did we
Boys,
park?
I think we walked the wrong way. Or no.
Where did we park at?
Oh, I don't remember.
I think we lost our car. Do you think that for reparations we should be born with good credit? Sure, why not? I'll take it. That could be a start. That should be part of the reparations package. Okay, so let's think.
It was right down the street from, you know what? It's further down this way. Get your,
Okay.
are you done?
I'm
you
done.
don't want to?
Yeah, I don't want to move.
I'm just drinking it because it's warm.
Are y'all related? we
I
thought
kept
we might
wondering,
be.
but no,
Well-
we got the
well, her
DNA
na-
test.
Yeah, well, her actually, Taylor,
Yeah.
like, so your family's name was similar to my grandmother's name, and you had roots in Louisville. So we were going to check that. But after a while, I was like, I don't want to know now.
Well, we do know we're not related.
Well, you know, if we were related, we'd probably be like second cousins or something. That's still okay in Kentucky. It's okay.
We are from Kentucky.
It's okay if she fine. I love his answer. Oh, to the reparations question? Boyce, you should do an NYRR New York Roadrunner race. Maybe the NYC half next year. Oh, in New York City, you talked about doing the NYC marathon or...
It's hard to get into that marathon, but the half we should do. I really would like to do the Washington, D.C. D.C. has a really good
Really?
marathon.
Can slow fat people like me get in?
You are not slow and you are not
Oh,
fat.
you know what? I heard in the Chicago, if you are doing a run walk for charity, if you're there for charity, you can start earlier than other people, so you'll have more time to finish.
Oh, that's nice. Okay, we got to remember to
Yeah,
say that.
that's what I wanna do.
Can we be in the Special Olympics part of the
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Oh, look at my man.
Look, he's
He's
getting it.
working it. Go ahead.
Those are full marathon people, and
Yeah,
they
that-
are at the last mile.
Yeah. Well, that inspires me, like when people are like fighting, or when you see somebody that's big, like obese, and they're just out trying. Like, that's what it is. That's what I learned. Like,
Dude, he did a marathon.
yeah, that's amazing. Yeah, what's great to me is I'm inspired by people who are just trying. Like, even if, like, when you see somebody that's like really big and they're just out here with everybody else and they're like running as much as they can, they got their little water bottle. That to me is, I respect people like that so much, because it shows me that you confronted, you know, something, right? You know what I mean? You confronted your demons. You challenged yourself to be better and to be a different person.
And the crowd cheers extra hard for them.
They do, and they deserve it. They really deserve it, because they need that encouragement. Because all it takes is for you to get over the hump. Because I was that person, you know? And it's like you, once you get, like being out in the rain and running in the rain, like, I loved it. I was like, I'm really having fun. Like I never thought I would have fun, and it's because of just a shift in the mindset that took place.
And then I joined that run club, and that's so we just left the run club.
Mm-hmm.
Like they're so inspiring. Come on, you can do it. Come on out.
Mm-hmm.
You know, or you get a text. We missed you this morning. Where were you? You know, because you slept in.
Get your fat ass up.
You know, so those things inspire you.
That is true.
Yeah.
That is true. Yeah, that's and so I think three things about the run journey and the weight loss journey that really got me, that I think really apply to like everything. One is like seeing people that are just trying, who just literally were like, I'm gonna change my life.
Yeah.
Like I don't care. Like I'm tired of being fat. I'm tired of being sick. I'm just tired of it. Like, and I think that's what I remember feeling that way. Like I'm just tired of this. Like I don't care what life I have now.
Were you really?
Yeah, I was like, I don't care what life I have now. I'm tired of this. Like I don't want. This is not going to happen anymore. The second thing that inspires me is, the no excuses. Like how it just started pouring rain, and the rain was like coming down torrentially, and the people I grew up around will make excuses for anything and everything. Like they make the littlest excuse to like not do anything. Like I don't take care of my kids because it's hard. I only had $100, so I just my last $100. How am I gonna buy the baby some diapers and only got my last $100? I got 311. All right.
Woo! Good job. Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah, and then the third thing that really got me. Can we cross here? Should we wait? Maybe we should cross. Let's. Okay. The third thing that inspired me is so the no excuses, people who are just trying, and then also the last piece was
Accountability.
No, running a marathon is interesting because there's a certain mindset of just kind of doing a little bit at a time. Like it's kind of like a metaphor for life, actually. Like you just kind of stay with it. Like you do a little bit, you get tired, you rest. You do a little bit more, you get tired, you rest. And you just kind of keep going. And that's how you accomplish big goals. Like that's how you do really difficult projects. Like I used to look at really tall like construction buildings, and it's really interesting how you look at the workers, and the workers are all moving really slow. They're taking. Can we go? Can we just walk? So the workers are moving really slow. They're taking their little lunch break. Some of them are fat, but every day they're just there. They're just picking up a nail, picking up a hammer, picking up a new piece. And before you know it, this gigantic building is there, this big, beautiful building. And all these people, they were just sort of slowly putting things together. Just, and that's how things get done. The key is, in life, I find that success is just a lot of times about just not stopping. Just don't stop. Just keep coming back at it. Keep do a little bit more every day. If you're writing a book, just write a page a day, whatever, write for 20 minutes. And then rest, and then go write 20 more minutes, and then eventually your book will be done.
So it's about being persevering, because I think the culture we're in right now, we're so used to everything being instant, immediate gratification.
That's true.
And if and being impatient when it's not done fast enough.
That is so true.
And so running a marathon gets you out of that because it's not going to go faster just because you want it to go faster.
Ooh, oh my God! It really.
There's a process.
Distance running really messed with my attention span because, I have my ADHD thing.
And this is curing it, boys.
I would be so mad that I'd be like, when is the finish line coming? When are we going to, we've been on mile 6 for like 10 hours. What's going on?
But at the same time, you'll look at me and say, wow, we did 10 miles already?
Now I'm just like, okay.
Now it goes by fast.
Yeah, now you just kind of change your expectations, and it gives you, so it gave me patience, a lot of patience.
You need that.
Yeah, 2 things that give me patience are running and kids. Kids require so much patience because they never do what you want them to do.
You have more patience than I do.
Well, I just, what I do? I just assume that I'm going to have to do it 8 times or say it 10 times before it sinks in.
Especially with Quincy, my 16-year-old.
Oh, yeah.
You have way more patience with him than I do.
Well, then also, like, even having, like, people that work for me, it requires a lot of patience because you have to keep repeating yourself and whatever. Do you want to get something out of the trunk to put on?
What do you have in there?
I don't know. Buy black, consistency, facts, solid wisdom, consistency. Here, you can zip it up or zip it open.
So cold.
Yeah, you got to bring you a jacket, babe.
I don't know why, I just don't. What do you have in here?
Here's a shirt. Well, at least you'll have a dry shirt. I don't know if I have a jacket in here though. Unless you want to wear a suit jacket.
No, I don't want to wear your suit jacket.
And a lot of the clothes on over here are the ones I wore
They're dirty?
already. Yeah.
Oh, there's your shoes. What's that?
I don't know, probably some
Treat.
Doritos.
All right, I'll just take this shirt.
Okay,
Oh, where is it?
right here.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, let me wipe my face first. Do you have a life? Huh.
Who?
I think he's asking me if I have a life. Do you want this one? This is long sleeve.
No, I'll take this. This is fine. We're just going. We're just a few minutes away.
Okay. Okay. So do you want to hold the phone? You can read the questions too. I want to make sure I answer.
Put my shirt on.
I answer everyone's questions. Okay. So you guys can ask me any question you want, and I'll answer it until we get to the hotel. At which point, I'm gonna go and go take a nap. Y'all got married. Congratulations. Not yet. Not yet. Black people became millionaires in the racist country by pulling up each other out of the dirt. Ah, Michael's from Melbourne, Australia. Nice. Love you too, man.
Okay.
Okay. No, today was not the actual marathon. Look at this shirt.
Going broke.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
So that's what we're doing.
Oh.
Do you know, actually, now that I think about it, do you know how to get to the hotel?
How to get to
It
it?
seems like a straight shot on the freeway, right?
It's this road here. You see where all those cars are going?
Oh, is it? Okay.
70. I want to say 74.
Okay, let's do that. Let's see what happens.
Where's my phone? Oh, here it is. Okay.
You can wipe off the...
Okay.
Okay, so get your questions ready. Ask me any question, and I'll answer it in 30 seconds or less.
Okay. Let me see.
And I'll GPS us back to the hotel with your phone.
Okay, so
Let me see.
you have a life. How can people feel more rested and get things done? Oh, burnout.
Oh, you know, Tangi, my sister, is an expert on burnout.
Yeah, burnout is when you have too much work to do and you can't get to it in time. Like the work keeps piling up, and no matter how hard you work, you never seem to get anything done. That's burnout.
Yeah, well, what helped me with burnout? First of all, I think it helps if you're doing something you actually enjoy. You know, but
Even if you're
even
doing
if you
something you enjoy, if it's just too much work to do in a day and you can't get it all done and it keeps piling up, that's burnout.
yeah, but what helps
It
me?
leads to burnout.
Yeah, well, what helps me is like that marathon mentality where it's like when I get tired, I just stop. Like people think I work all the time, like they because they see me do stuff constantly, and they're like, "Oh my God, do you ever break? Do you ever take a break? Do you ever rest?" And I'm like, actually, sometimes I take 2 or 3 naps a day, because if I don't feel like working, I don't work. Because if I don't enjoy it, I don't enjoy my work when it's either something I don't like, or it's like, or if I'm being pushed beyond the point where I'm mentally exhausted. Also, you have issues with
Well, mental exhaustion, that's more like compassion fatigue. You know, so it's burnout, compassion fatigue, and you know, a lot of helping professionals will have secondary trauma.
okay.
And your sister's probably more of an expert in secondary trauma than burnout. I don't know if it's burnout necessarily. It looks like it's secondary. Secondary trauma is because of what she does, the autopsies and stuff, and trying to understand how someone died. That's probably secondary trauma, because I think she was talking about all these car accidents that she's doing. And so now she's like driving thinking, oh gosh, I hope I don't get in a car. Although she wasn't in a car accident. It's secondary. She's, hypervigilant as if she was in a terrible car accident, because she's seeing a lot of bodies, who have gotten into a car accident. So that's what's called secondary trauma.
And this is telling me make a right on 23rd Street.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
I think also, I know for me, it's basic shit, like getting enough sleep. Like if I don't get enough sleep, I hate everything. I hate everything and everyone.
Well, self-care. What you're talking about is self-care.
Yeah, like if I don't have enough
Yeah.
sleep, I don't want to do anything. I don't enjoy my work. I don't enjoy, like, even the stuff that I love. I don't love it when I haven't had enough sleep. So sleeping is like the lens through which I see the world. If I see the world through a clear lens, then everything looks bright and shiny and happy. But if I see it through a dark, dingy, dirty lens, then you're just kind of like, oh, I just want to go back to sleep. What's the next question?
Okay. The next question.
That could be like black dot.
You know, I love Black Dot.
She likes Black Dot a lot more than she likes me. She don't listen to none of my shit, but she listens to Black Dot all day.
Well, you know, Black Dot has been in it for a long time.
Oh,
boy.
Black Dot is great.
Black Dot, cool. he did a thing called Hip Hop Decoded that was brilliant. And so ever since that, I've been like following him. And he's into metaphysics, which I'm into metaphysics.
Yeah.
You know,
Black
so
Dot
he just...
He's like, yo, here's what's really going on.
I love his voice. I love his voice.
Oh, yeah, he's good. He's
And
really
so-
cool. I like Black Dot.
Yeah.